Have you ever watched a film that almost causes you to start wheezing, heavy breathing, some nausea, basically almost a panic attack? Not necessarily a horror film or anything, but a film where the character struggle is so familiar to your own life, and the reality of a bad situation is so well realized. Well, a film that really pulled that anxiety out of me was Darius Marder's Sound of Metal, a story about the pain of acceptance when a heavy metal drummer loses his hearing. A frightening film, but also, personally for me, a very healing one. A story 10 years in the making, taking on 6 Oscar nominations in 2021, Mikkel Nielsen taking the Oscar for editing, and Nicholas Becker for sound design, working brilliantly together to put us in the head of Riz Ahmed's hardened but anxious performance of drummer Ruben. And from the moment the ringing starts and the high frequencies are cut and the sounds of the outside muffle, I personally was stressed to no end. It sets in the reality of a sudden onset chronic illness or disability, and that feeling of being stuck in your head, not letting reality quite sit in. And we are stuck in Ruben's head, hearing what Ruben hears. Sound designer Nicholas Becker utilizing a variety of different microphones to create as accurate a soundscape of deafness as possible. An example being a uniquely designed microphone placed in Riz Ahmed's mouth, capable of capturing internal sounds such as blood rushing or heartbeats, and other microphones were ultra sensitive or able to capture accurate vibrations, creating a sense of deafness unlike any other film.
Record sound underwater, or even when you are underwater, it's like you're not listening through your ears. I think people can feel that it's not far from reality.
The sound space being cut in and out of a subjective experience, sometimes jarringly, making a previous shot of a comforting home suddenly foreign, or a once comforting hug lonely, and the droning in Ruben's head terrifying. And with a cast of deaf actors and teachers, the portrayal of deafness as a culture instead of disability was something I've never seen. The importance of vibration, such as the calm when feeling a piano, or the cozy interactions of the dinner table without any words at all. Riz Ahmed spending 7 months learning ASL, and Paul Raci utilizing his experience growing up with deaf parents to have a more truthful performance. But I remember this film because at its core it's about acceptance, and Paul Raci's character describes the kingdom of heaven as those moments of stillness which will never abandon you. And it's a melancholy piece at the end, 40 seconds on Ruben's face before ending, accepting this new reality. And it rings true that there are small moments that never leave you, that can ground you when things seem to be going not too well. And with disability or sudden illness, permanent change, there is inevitable grief, a need for community mentorship. And it's all met in Sound of Metal in such an empathetic and real way that made it so healing for me. And the almost forever melancholy that things will never be the same, but the moments of stillness when the world keeps moving despite all of it. And it helps me feel better in the moment when everything does seem okay.